Hey gorgeous! So today we are going to be doing a full glam, okay? Full on glam, all the drama. So we're going to do a smoky eye, but a super simple smoky eye, not a 20-minute eye, okay? We're going to do full contour, blush, highlight, the whole nine. Let's go. One of the easiest ways to get a quick smoky eye is your trusty gel eyeliner. So I'm going to go right into my gel eyeliner with a flat brush, and I'm going to lay that color right up against the lash line. In the upward sweeping motion, you want to build that color up. You don't want to swipe or rub back and forth, because you can pick up as much color as you're putting down. We're going to do both sides. And after you get the intensity that you want to take a clean blending brush and brush over those edges to diffuse the line and the color. Now, this technique works great if you have almond-shaped eyes or prominent eyes. If you have a lid that is a little bit harder to see, then your technique is coming soon. And you just want to blend that out until the color fades into your skin. You don't want to have a hard stop. Get all in those corners, buff it out. If you feel like you need a little extra color, take that brush. Whatever is left is generally enough. Use the same upward sweeping motion and brush it right at the lash line and blend it out. You always want to start at the lash line, even if you need color somewhere else, and kind of sweep it to where you need it. This allows you to keep control of your color and your product, and you don't have like a hard spot or a dark area that you didn't intend. So I'm going to hit this little corner a touch more. And then I'm going to take this brush that we're using to blend, and I'm going to take a soft brown, just a warm brown, whatever works for your skin tone. I'm going to load that color up on the brush, and I'm going to blend right where that black color begins to fade away. This will help as we get to highlighting our brow bone to give these colors something to melt into, and you don't have a hard stop. I'm going to take my flat brush again and go just under my lash line on the bottom. I'm not adding any additional color to the brush because I don't want it to be too dark or get out of control. This allows me to keep good color. I can build up a little bit at a time. If I need more, I can add more. And I'm just dusting this along the lash line for added intensity. Once you get that how you like it, we're going to move on. Maybe not. We're going to move on to concealer and contour. So my foundation is already done, which is something you can do very easily if you're using a cream color for your eyeshadow. If you're doing a traditional smoky eye with a powder product, I suggest doing your foundation second, because if you do need to clean up underneath the eye at all, this gives you a clean space or clean skin to clean up with. Because my foundation is already on and I use the cream product, we don't have that problem. So I'm going to take my concealer and I'm going to go underneath the eye. This color is a little bit lighter than my everyday concealer, which is going to give me a little bit more drama. My traditional concealer would match my skin perfectly. Again, this one is just a bit lighter. This allows me to have a little bit more drama and it's more noticeable. I'm blowing out that concealer all the way down to my cheekbones, to the top of my cheeks, and back just a bit. I'm also going to take this under my brow bone to give me a lit effect underneath my brow. This also helps to give definition to the brow. And I'm going to go just over the height or the highest point of my arch. Again, to create a little bit more drama. I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose, And I'm going to do just under the hollows of my cheek. I'm now going to move to my UV brush to do all of my blending. So using the edge of my brush, I'm going to move this contour color towards the center of my face and let it melt into my foundation. A good thing to remember when you're doing the highlight underneath your cheekbone is that you don't want to bring this all the way down, otherwise you lose the contrast. So you just want to blend it in towards your lips. I'm doing the height of my arch on my brow, just underneath it, the bridge of my nose, and underneath the eye, I'm going to pat this in. Rubbing or blending that out with a sweeping motion will pick up more product. Pressing it in will do just that. It'll kind of secure the product where you put it instead of lifting it up. So you want to make sure you get all those corners and blend that out really nicely. This is a great time to kind of create shape on your face. So if you like to elevate the shape of your eye, you can kind of pull your concealer up towards your temples more, and it'll create that shape in your eye. Moving to contour, I'm going to use a concealer that is probably 2 or 3 shades darker than my skin. I'm going to go in the hollows of my cheeks, brush that on, and because we're going for a good dramatic look, I'm going to go a little bit heavier than I do for like a daytime contour. So it'll be a little bit more noticeable. It'll be a lot more noticeable at the initial application. As you blend it, it'll be a little more noticeable. It's totally up to you the amount of contour you want to use. I'm going around the edges of my face. Naturally, your face is darker at the perimeter, so we want to maintain that. You don't just want to have a brown line cutting through the center. That doesn't look too authentic. And then for me, I have a very pronounced jawline. I'm going to shave off this little corner here and round this off a little bit. So my jawline looks a little softer, not as square. No plastic surgery for me, thank you. I'll just take some contour. And then I seem to have a little extra happening underneath here, so we're going to erase that too while we're at it. So back to my UV brush for blending. Slide her back on those fingers, and I'm going to trace that jawline, blend that down into the neck. Blending is key in this portion. Again, you don't want any hard lines. You just want to look slimmer. You don't want anyone to know you put makeup on to do it. And then I'm going to hit this here with the soft circles to just blend out the edges, but not pick up too much product. I still want that dramatic kind of borderline drag contour. Not all the way. Not all the way. Okay, so we're buffing that in, and then the edges of my hairline as well. Okay, I'm going to take what's left on my brush and trace my nose just a bit here. And this is going to slim your nose. If you already have a very pronounced bridge, this is a step that you can skip. Okay. Now for cheeks, I'm going to do a cream blush. I've been using cream products. A lot of times people mix the two, which is totally fine. But for me, I like the way a cream blush lays on the skin. So I'm going in with my UV. I'm going to pat that in there a few times to pick up the color. And then I'm going to press it right on the actual cheekbone. And I'm working from the back forward to give a lot of definition to that cheekbone versus the apples of my cheek. I'm letting the color fade into the apples of my cheek. Pick up a little bit more color. There we go. And I'm just kind of wrapping that softly around so that it doesn't start hard on the face. It just kind of gently appears. Okay. And then for continuity, I like to pop a little bit of that color on the chin, the tip of my nose. If the color appears on more than one place on your face, it reads as more authentic. So for our finishing touches, we're going to do a bit of highlighter. The great thing about my Yubi is I can switch her out as needy, and it's that easy. I'm going to take my sponge and I'm just going to hit the tip of my highlighter and buff this color right there for a nice little glow. I think I want a little more. Yeah, I like that. One cool trick you can use if you want your highlighter to be a little bit more dramatic is to mist your face with a skin refresher or any type of hydration spray. It really grabs the pigment from your highlighter. I tend to like my highlighter to glow and not sparkle. So that's a little trick. And I'm going to finish with a touch over my lips to pop that. Complete your look with a few coats of mascara, as so. A great way to make sure that you get the tips of your lashes coated evenly is to roll from the top. And it really allows all of the lashes to pull through the brush. Come down from the top and just roll them through. And it allows all the lash, the length of it, to roll through that brush. And I'm going to coat these bottom lashes really heavily for maximum drama. Finish with my favorite lip gloss. And I'm all set.